Hello and welcome back to ManVFilm. It's time for the May announcements from Arrow Video. And may I just say straight away, this is one of the better announcements that I think Arrow have had in the longest while. Until next month, where maybe, just maybe, we're going to get the Shaw Scope Volume 2. But regardless, let's jump into these announcements and have a look at the somewhat great movies that are on show here. So here we have the first one, Girls' Night Out, another 80s slasher horror movie, and I believe I've seen this one before. Now, it's also known as The Scaremaker. Stars Hall Holbrook, I think because his son was in it, and he probably had a day's shooting where he just pretty much picks up the phone and pretends to be part of the story. Now, this one, like I said, a host of familiar genre faces, blah, 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 blah. The students of DeWitt University are preparing themselves for a night of fun and frolics in the form of an all-night scavenger hunt. Little do they know that they are in fact the ones being hunted. Dun, dun, dun. An unhinged assailant disguised in the college's goofy bear mascot outfit and bearing knives for claws, 2 years before Freddy donned his famous gloves, is stalking the campus hell-bent on carving up co-eds. Originally released under the only marginally more appropriate title of The Scaremaker, Girls' Night Out is a decidedly singular slasher flick which comes on like frenetic cross between Animal House and Friday the 13th, veering from jovial frat antics to jarringly disturbing scenes of a killer shrieking obscenities as he slices up his victims. On this night out, no one is coming home. So, out on the 16th of May, £18, got a brand new 2K restoration from the 35mm Vault Elements, HD Blu-ray, original uncompressed mono, optional English subtitles for the deaf of harder hearing, brand new audio commentary with genre film critic author Justin Kerswell and film historian author Amanda Reyes. Staying Alive, brand new video with actress Julia Montgomery. A Savage Mauling, brand new video interview with actress Laura Summer. Alone in the Dark, a brand new interview with actress Lois Robbins. It Was a Party, a brand new video interview with actor Paul Christie. Love and Death, a brand new video interview with actors Lauren Marie Taylor and John Didrikson. Archival video interview with actress Julia Montgomery. Archival audio interview with actress Rotunda Alda. The Scaremaker alternate title card. Original trailers. Reversible sleeve featuring original artwork and newly commissioned artwork, and illustrated collector's booklet featuring new writing on the film by Michael Gingold. Now, this comes with not only this cover, but also the original cover as well. So they're kind of getting you, this is the Arrow Store exclusive. No. Deadly Games and God, what was that awful, awful movie that I've kind of blocked from my memory? Death Screams. That one. Those have kind of taught me a lesson. You know, once bitten, twice shy. I will watch Girls' Night Out or The Scaremaker when or if it appears on the Arrow player. It's been a while since I've seen it, and depending on that watch, I'll decide then whether it gets added to the collection or not. Now we're going to jump on to the one US and Canada title, which is One Arm Boxer, which is Jimmy Wang Yu. This was released in the UK under Eureka, and apparently it's the same scan, although I'm sure the extras will be different. Yi Tan Yong is the best fighter to come out of his local martial arts school, but when he crosses the ruthless leader of a local crime syndicate, the big boss, brutal bevy of deadly killers make mincemeat out of the school and everyone inside. Now, the only survivor of the massacre, and short of one appendage, Yu is gifted a powerful elixir that promises to give him strength and take swift revenge on the army of assassins, each representing the most lethal forms of fighting from across the Eastern Hemisphere. Proving once and for all that you only need 5 fingers of death to get the job done, Wang would later reprise his role in the infamous sequel Master of the Flying Guillotine. But it's this dementedly inventive original where he's arguably at the height of his powers. Great movie, 2K restoration by Fortune Star. It's got an HD Blu-ray presentation, original lossless Mandarin, mono audio, alternate Mandarin soundtrack, and original English dubbed audio. Optional English subtitles plus hard of hearing subtitles for the English dub. Commentary by Frank Jeng from the NY Asian Film Festival. Career respective interview with Wang Yu, filmed at No in 2001 and never released before, courtesy of blah blah blah. And featuring the original Hong Kong theatrical trailer, a US TV spot as the Chinese professionals, and over half an hour of trailers for other Wang Yu classics, including One-Armed Swordsman and the Master of the Flying Guillotine. Image gallery, reversible sleeve, and an illustrated collector's booklet featuring new writing on the film by Simon Abrams. One-Armed Boxer, definitely one to pick up if you've been loving the Shaw Brothers output of recent times. Now, on to the first of 2 Gaspar Noe movies this month, Lux Eterna. Now, French cinema icons Charlotte Gainsbourg and Beatrice Daly, playing themselves, star as lead actresses and the director of an experimental film about witches. But as the preparations for the shoot get underway, the increasingly chaotic production slowly unravels as egos and bitter resentments rise to the surface, threatening to derail the entire enterprise. Shot over just 5 days and largely improvised by the superlative cast, Lux Eterna is a powerful, hypnotic assault on the senses like no other, cementing Noe's position as one of the most incendiary voices in cinema today. High definition Blu-ray presentation, original lossless 5.1 master audio, PCM 2.0 stereo soundtracks, optional English subtitles, French dialogue, optional English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, brand new audio commentary by author and critic Kat Ellinger, brand new visual essay on witchcraft in cinema by author and critic Miranda Corcoran, The Flicker, a 30-minute short film by Tony Conrad whose strobing effects inspired Lux Eterna, Lux in Tenebris, a selection of photos from the set by camera operator, title designer and long-term Noe collaborator Tom Kahn, theatrical trailer, image gallery, reversible artwork, illustrated collector's booklet featuring new writing on the film by Neil Mitchell. This is another one that just screams patience to me. If it pops on the Arrow video player, I will watch it. Am I going to jump out and buy it? Probably not. It's an interesting title, but I've not heard the greatest things. Still watching that trailer, I'm a little bit curious because Noe's one of these directors that you either kind of like or you don't like. There doesn't seem to be a middle ground with this guy at all. And then we get ba-boom, Enter the Void limited edition. Now, just have a little look at this one. American siblings Oscar and Linda eke out a shared existence in Tokyo, he by dealing drugs, she by working as a stripper. However, tragedy strikes when a deal turns sour and Oscar is shot by the police. As his lifeless body lies on the floor of a public toilet, his soul floats high above the neon-drenched Tokyo streets, observing the effect of his death on his sister and reliving the events in his life that brought him to this juncture. Described by Noe himself as a psychedelic melodrama, Enter the Void boasts mesmerizing cinematography by the award-winning Benoit Debie and a hypnotic soundtrack of experimental and electronic music, powerful and transcendent, and offers viewers an immersive cinematic experience like no other. I'm really interested in this one. I've not seen Enter the Void. I do like Reversible. I like Climax. It's one that I'm eager to check out because I've heard wonderful things about it. It's got the 1080p presentation of both the 143-minute UK theatrical cut and the full-length 161-minute director's cut. Wow. Original lossless 5.1 and PCM 2.0 stereo soundtracks. Subtitles for the deaf of hard and hearing. Enter the Sensorium, a brand new visual essay on the film by author-critic Alexandra Haler-Nicholas. That should be interesting. Brand new video with typographer, designer, and long-term collaborator Tom Kahn. 8 deleted sequences, archival, making of, special effects featurette, archival vortex featurette, archival DMT loop featurette, French and international theatrical trailers, 8 teaser trailers, 3 unused trailers, image gallery. Wow, 2 choices of artwork, and a collection booklet featuring new writing on the film by John Towson and Rich Johnson, and an oral history of the film by Stephen Hanley. Fold-out double-sided poster featuring the 2 artworks and 6 double-sided postcard-sized art cards. And I am super into this one. I've heard a lot about this. I want to see it. It's a definite for me, something that I'm super interested in. Next up, we have the standard reissue this month, which is Candyman limited edition 4K. The booklet, the poster, the cards are all the same as the Blu-ray limited edition. The disc has been upgraded to HDR. When grad student Helen Lyle begins working on the thesis about urban legends, she comes across the terrifying tale of the Candyman, a vengeful, hook-handed spirit who can be summoned by saying his name 5 times in the mirror. As her research leads her into the bowels of Chicago's deprived housing projects and deeper into Candyman's world, Helen learns that some legends are best left well alone. Candyman's a terrific movie. It's an absolute fantastic movie. If I didn't have the limited edition, I would probably go for this. If you haven't picked up Candyman and you don't have it in your collection, this is an absolute must-buy for you. It's got a new 4K restoration from the OCN, supervised and approved by Bernard Rose and director of photography Anthony B. Richmond. It's got a 4K Blu-ray presentation in Dolby Vision HDR10 of 2 cuts of the film, the US rated version and the original UK theatrical version, featuring alternate, more graphic footage presented via seamless branching. Original uncompromised stereo audio, audio commentary by Bernard Rose and Tony Todd, commentary by author Stephen Jones and Kim Newman, Be My Victim interview with Tony Todd, It Was Always You, Helen, an interview with Virginia Madsen, the cinema of Clive Barker, the divine, explicit and in-depth interview with Barker on Candyman and the other adaptations of his work. The writings on the wall, the production design of Candyman, an interview with Jane Ann Stewart, the production designer, Forbidden Flesh, a makeup effects of Candyman, interviews with special makeup effect team, a story to tell, Clive Barker's The Forbidden, an interview with writer Douglas E. Winter on Barker's seminal Books of Blood and the Candyman source story, urban legend, Unwrapping Candyman, a critical analysis of the film, with writers Tanariv Dew and Stephen Barnes. 3 rarely seen Bernard Rose short films restored in HD, original theatrical trailer, image gallery, 40-page perfect bound book, fully illustrated collector's booklet, 6 postcard-sized original lobby cards, and reversible sleeve featuring original and new artwork. Like I said, very similar to the Blu-ray edition that was released a couple of years ago. If I didn't have that, I would jump on that, but I do have that. Now on to what I deem is the most exciting release of the month. It may not be for you. You can let me know in the comments. I love this film. I haven't seen it in a while, and I have had a hankering to go back to it. It is Wild Things, which is available in both limited edition Blu-ray and limited edition 4K Blu-ray, which includes the Blu-ray. Have they taken notice of the folk that are just annoyed that there's no Blu-ray included? This is a step that I find very satisfying. I like to have the Blu-rays with it. I've got one 4K player in the house, but I've got multiple Blu-ray players, so that gives me options that way. A spoiled rich kid a troubled teen from the wrong side of the tracks, a carefree playboy, and a dogged detective find themselves all caught up in the sex crime of the century in this steamy, star-studded crime thriller from the director of Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. I'm super excited about this one. So it's presented in new 4K restorations of its original theatrical version and its extended unrated version. Wild Things is a classic piece of sexy late 90s neo-noir from John McNaughton and writer Stephen Peters, whose serpentine plotting will keep you on the edge of your seat until the credits roll. New 4K restorations of the original and the unrated versions, a Blu-ray presentation in HDR10, original uncompressed stereo audio 5.1, English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, new commentary by McNaughton and producer Stephen A. Jones, commentary by McNaughton, cinematographer, and producers, editor, and score composer. That should be interesting. Exclusive new interview with McNaughton, a new interview with Denise Richards, making of documentary, an understanding lawyer, outtakes, trailer, illustrated collector's booklet featuring new writing on the film by Ann Bilston and Sean Hogan, double-sided fold-out poster, 6 double-sided poster-sized lobby card reproductions, reversible sleeve featuring original and newly commissioned artwork. Yeah, I like noirish movies. I loved Wild Things when it was initially released. I am super excited about this release. It is something that screams out to me as, yes, buy me, and I will obey. So let's have a look at the entire release schedule. So we have only one American-Canadian release, which is One Armed Boxer, which has been released in the UK by Eureka. We get Girls' Night Out and the alternate cover. Always got to be an alternate cover. We get another reissue. Always got to be a reissue, which is the Candyman. We have Enter the Void by Gaspar Noe. We have Lux Eterna by Gaspar Noe. And then we have several versions of Wild Things. We've got the standard release, we've got the dual format steelbook and the deluxe steelbook, which is available only from Zavi because we have to be forced to use that website against our wills. So there we have it. A whole bunch of movies this month. I am all in for Enter the Void and Wild Things. I think are my two picks that I really want to see. I'd love to know what you think of this announcements. Are there anything that you like? Do you think it's a good month, a bad month? What are you interested in? What are you kind of curious about or definitely picking up? I want to know because I'm nosy. Let me know in the comment box below all your thoughts on this and what you're getting. As always, there is more content you can check out. Mine's just up here. If you want to see more of my videos, click the like button because it means that you love Wild Things as much as I do. And you can join the Patreon or the membership program if you really want to support me, which really helps this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on ManVFilm.